Hi, welcome back to Golden Acres. This is part 2 of our garden planning video. Before, I just did the seed section of this video. And now we're going to get to the plants that we are going to order. This catalog is from Country Corners Greenhouse, and it's the 2022 catalog. It's a pretty large catalog. You can order bulbs and seeds, all kinds of different things. So we're going to start with, we're going to order Jersey Night. These are an early season productive large spear asparagus. So we'll be ordering the asparagus roots, also called the asparagus crowns. And we're going to get, I think, 5 asparagus crowns to start our asparagus patch, and we'll slowly add to it from there. And then we're going to go with a Annie yellow raspberry. This is a fall bearing, slightly sweeter golden raspberry. So once again, yes, I partially wanted these because it was kind of yellow, goldy colored, makes it different. Also, when I'm up at the farmer's market, it's here's our fall, like golden kind of marketing for myself. But also they're a little bit sweeter. I prefer a sweeter fruit. I said in my previous video, I have a sweet tooth. My husband has a sweet tooth. My kids have a sweet tooth. So we will really enjoy these berries being a little bit sweeter. And on the next page, our favorite page. So originally, we were going to order one strawberry. And that's the one here that's circled. If you can't read it, it's called Seascape. And it's an everbearing. So while they have a big harvest in the spring, when most strawberry plants produce their harvest, they also will put more off throughout the summer, and then they'll have like a fall, shorter, smaller harvest that is pretty notable. So I was like, sweetheart, that's what I think I want for our garden. You know, we've had discussions on getting back into strawberries. That's how both of us started our first job. We worked on a strawberry farm, and if for some of you, you know that Andrew was my manager at the strawberry farm long before we started dating, because we went to the same high school. So he was my manager while I was 14 and 15, and of course he was working there from when he was 14 until he graduated high school. And yeah, so we have to get back to our roots, which also means we know exactly how some of these berries in here taste, and some of them are our favorite. So we'll be getting at least 5. I haven't made the order yet. I'm about to. But we will get Earliglow. That is my favorite. They are the earliest. They're the most likely to be harmed in a late frost. Because they're the earliest, you have to protect the blooms when you're when you're growing a strawberry bush. And you can do that through covering it. The berry farm we worked for, they did sprinkler systems to keep the blooms above 29 degrees in a late frost. So these are definitely a sensitive plant. If it's something that you think you might struggle with, or you think you might do containers, you might change your mind on what kind of strawberry plant you're wanting to get. The next one is a Honeoye, and it is spelled differently. If you can see that. I'll also put the names of these berries in the description. But these are in early to mid-season. So they're a little sensitive to a frost, but you're less likely to have damage from them. And they taste really good. I mean, Honeoye, they're very, very sweet. Those are my husband's favorite. And then the other one that we have worked with before that we're definitely going to get is the Jewel. These are mid-season. So these are unlikely to be hurt by a late frost. They're also very good. They tend to be a little bit smaller, So if you really like a nice large berry, especially if you're doing something like a jelly, that might affect your choice here. But they are very, very good. They are also sweet. Like they are just this little jewel in the berry patch. So they're pretty cool. And then there's the other two we're looking at, and these haven't decided. Of course, we enjoyed strawberries, you know, when you do something at 14 and 15 and you kind of gain a passion for it. So the Cabot and the Sparkle, these are mid to late season and a late season. Late season, we're interested in because, like I said, we kind of consider getting back to our roots. So we would like to explore that section of the season before we would open up to customers. So we think we might get at least 25 plants of each. That is the minimum order for these plants. So through this company, a minimum order is 25 plants. We definitely know we want 4 of these, and we might do 6. So we're looking at 100 to 150 plants. Of course, not all of the plants will make it. And that's just reality with gardening. You won't have a 100% success rate. So we have to be realistic about that. But still, 100 to 150 plants is quite a large amount. Of course, we won't have any strawberries from those this season, except maybe the Seascape. We might get their fall season, but we will pull blossoms. First year with strawberries, you pull blossoms, you let them get established into the ground, focus on rooting. So there won't be any strawberries for us this year. These are all things that will be being prepared for next year. And then on the end of the page, and this is, in this catalog, it's a separate order, trees. So we're looking at peach. Peaches were on the berry farm that we worked at. I never really worked with them. So we're looking at a Reliance, and we're doing that. So we are on the border of zone 5 and zone 6. So we don't like to pick an a perennial that is close to that. So from this company, all of the peach trees are zone 5 to 8, except for the Reliance, which is zone 4 to 8. So we're going to pick that one to get this year and to plant, because it puts us more in that mid zone and we're less likely to have either late frost problems or hard winter problems. And we'll do that for all of these trees that we are planning on getting. All right, and then the cherry variety is white gold. Once again, it's hilarious because it says gold on it. But that one just happens to be the one that is zone 4 to 7 instead of the zone 5 to 8. And we don't like to be on that borderline. So that's the one that we're going to pick. When ordering live plants, of course, you order early and you don't ship out. We can choose our shipping date, and we will have everything shipped at the beginning of May. That way we can plant it mid-May. And it takes about a week. They try to ship on a Monday or Tuesday, so you can get it on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a ship date that is on a Monday, which will probably be the Monday after Mother's Day, because our last frost date is in that week, a little bit before Mother's Day and then the few days after, because we like to keep that range. Also, when I put it on my calendar, which on my next video, I will take out and show you I have one of the big teacher desk calendars, and that's how I keep all my stuff organized on my dates and when I'm going to try to plant things. And I put everything on there as a week. So our frost week is right there around Mother's Day. And that's when we are going to order it and have it there that next weekend. And the weekend after Mother's Day is when we will be planting all of these things. and then really focusing on keeping them watered, keeping them mulched, and with like the strawberry plants, really working on picking off those first flowers. That way they can establish rooting this year, and then we will get wonderful fruit in the future, and hopefully we'll have higher success rates of getting those plants to root and survive. Because if they're focusing on fruiting, you could lose some later or after you would expect them to be established rooting. So that's the plan, and we're really, really excited about it. We're super excited about strawberries. It's so silly, but we are super, super excited about that. So thank you for joining us. If you like what we're doing here, if you want to follow along with what we're doing, you can hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you want to help us out, the best thing you can do is simply just share us with people you think who would enjoy our videos, and share us on your social media accounts. So thanks for being with us today. God bless.